Mmm. Oh my god, this is so good. Spoiler alert, I've had it. I am not a huge fan. So it feels really nice to have a moment of a busy day where you're doing nothing and just watch the water drip. Ooh, coffee is good. I'm pretty convinced that the best place to see fall in Northern California is actually at your local Trader Joe's. So I went a little crazy shopping for the fall items and I wanted to do a taste test with y'all. Spoiler alert, you'll also get a glimpse into a day in my life working in tech. Yeah, very glamorous, as we'll see in a little bit. I got off work a little early today, so I thought we would bake these mini pumpkin ginger scones together. It's got crystallized ginger, so I guess if you're not a big fan of ginger, skip. But I actually really like ginger and it looks pretty tasty, so I'm really curious. I think this item just came out in 2023, or at least it's my first time of seeing it. Oh wow, it kind of looks like cookies. How do you... Oh, wow, it actually breaks apart super easily and I can even see the ginger bits. I have some space to the right because we still have one more dessert. I've had it last year and I really liked it, even though I know it's not a fan favorite. A lot of people don't seem to really enjoy it. And this one has like a cheesecake texture in the middle. And of course it's pumpkin flavored. This is what it looks like. And we'll find out if the end product looks more like this after 10 minutes. Okay, Google, stop the timer. Okay, so I just took the two items out of the oven. And the star of the show is definitely the pumpkin cheesecake croissant. I figured I cannot wait anymore, so I'll take a bite and maybe I'll save the rest for later in the day. This one is very good. It's dangerous. I'm gonna have to go in for a second bite. Wow. Okay, I can't wait to enjoy it in a different format when it's chilled, but this is so good. First of all, if you hate cinnamon, do not get this because I can for sure taste the cinnamon flavor. But I thought this was such a good combo with the flaky, crispy croissant topped with soft, creamy, savory, but sweet at the same time with the pumpkin. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to go in for another bite. Oh my god, this is so good. I could see this being a hit for Thanksgiving as well, where if you want to skip the pumpkin pie and just get this instead. Oh, they're like awfully soft. This definitely reminds me more of a scone. Oh wow, it's kind of crazy how much the lighting has changed in just 15 minutes. The texture now definitely feels more like a scone to me than before, where you can kind of see it hardened quite a bit. So the center is still pretty moist, as you can see. I enjoyed it so much more when I doubled up the cook time. But still, I don't really taste any ginger flavor. It tastes more like a pumpkin spice muffin to me. So unless you're allergic to ginger, I would still recommend that you give this a try because you can barely taste any of the ginger flavor. Voila! Thumbs up. Happy Friday! Today I thought I would take these bad boys out. Okay, moment of choose. Voila! Do they resemble each other? I don't know. Wow, there's like chocolate melted in the middle as well. I've always loved Trader Joe's croissants, whether it's the 8 mini ones, the 4 regular croissants, or the 4 almond croissants, but this one might have to be my favorite. And I'm not a chocolate croissant person, so I'm actually quite surprised. Wow, this is dangerously good. So I would suggest giving it a try without cooling it down for the full 10 minutes. Hot take for me is I think croissant is best enjoyed warm. So this is actually one of the reasons why I enjoy baking croissants at home, because tasting something fresh out of oven makes a world difference. One last bite. I think I live up to the expectations. Wow, this is like quality ASMR stuff. I just wrapped up an all hands meeting. So I thought I would eat this butternut squash mac and cheese. I think I've had it last year. It was probably not as good as everyone hyped it up to be, but I still really enjoyed it. Okay, so do not peel, but puncture holes. That's my favorite part. Okay, that's enough. So you can see there's a good amount of the butternut squash puree at top. I think it's got some herbs at top as well. So make this frozen dish kind of fancy. Wow. I can definitely taste the Gouda. You can sort of taste the butternut squash, which is the reason why it doesn't feel too guilty to be eating mac and cheese for lunch. I think I live up to the expectations, and it definitely resembles each other. It is 12:24 right now, over 1 o'clock. And then I have like 3 more meetings in the afternoon before I can finally have some focus time. I'm actually in a really good mood today because last week, the reason why I didn't film, even though I've had a lot of the fall items already, was because I just had a really stressful week last week. And I realized it's really hard to film when you're stressed out. So for all the creators or whoever is willing to share the footage when they're stressed out, I have major respect for you for pulling that off. And it actually levels up a meal like this. This will be the #1 thing that I recommend from the fall items. I am in my sweatpants because I'm very lucky to be able to work from home, so I can wear my comfy clothes. I also wanted to try a little bit of the mini spicy pumpkin samosas. There's, I think, 12. I've had this so many times. I would usually do 2 or 4 depending on how hungry I am. I think with the mac and cheese, I'll probably just do 2 of these. This one, you just heat it for 1 minute, so it's super convenient. I'm gonna try some of the pumpkin samosas. Show you. This is what it looks like. I suppose it's a little mushy, so you can't really see, but I think it's pumpkin puree and some paneer. It's not spicy, but it's got spices, if you know what I mean. This one isn't like crispy or flaky, but it does have a nice crunch to it. And I guess this is a better view. You can see it's got pumpkins in there. So good, so good. This will be the #1 thing that I recommend from the fall items. I really love this. The other day when I go to Trader Joe's, I got 4 packages of this thinking that, okay, this is gonna be enough for the fall. But I think after eating this today, I'm gonna go and just stock up even more. And it actually levels up a meal like this, because if you're feeling a little bored from eating like 1 item for lunch, this is a great side to always keep it at hand and to kind of, I guess, spice up your meal. So even if you're not into like frozen meals for weekdays, you can still get this because it would be a nice side to whatever that you're cooking. Coffee from Trader Joe's. Okay, so a lot of the coffee lovers are not gonna approve this, but I've been loving the autumn maple coffee from Trader Joe's. Yes, this is ground coffee. And yes, this is flavored coffee, but I have been really enjoying the flavor. It's got the right amount of like maple flavor without being sweet, you know what I mean? The maple flavor really sets me in the mood of wearing a cozy sweater on a chilly day. I still really like espresso-based drink style, but on weekdays, I enjoy making drip coffee because I find that it calms me down in between meetings or when I just need a break. So it feels really nice to have a moment of a busy day where you're doing nothing and just watch the water drip. I'm just gonna pour some in. I know you can't tell, but I fell it to the brim. It's kind of crazy. Ooh, coffee is good. Okay, I'll show you my spread. This is what we're working with. I don't know if you guys also eat at the counter, but I realize on those weekdays, besides Friday maybe, I tend to eat my lunch at the counter. Even on a good day like this, I just feel like work days is so stressful. I'm in this constant mode of I should be doing this, I should be doing that. There's so many should thrown at me that is overwhelming. I just don't really like the icing. What a cutie. This is what they look like inside. I'm craving for something sweet, so I want to give these Haute the Cone mini ice cream a try. I think this flavor is seasonal. This is the pumpkin ginger flavor. Spoiler alert, I've had it. I am not a huge fan. I know a lot of people love it, so don't be offended. I am just not that much of a white chocolate person. Well, maybe it's not white chocolate. I just don't really like the icing. I'm just gonna grab one of these. This is what they look like inside. I don't know what about it. I just don't really like this flavor. I think my favorite Haute the Cone is the holiday special, the peppermint one. Those ones are so good. I usually stock up. Honestly, the pumpkin ice cream, I don't mind it. It's a seasonal flavor after all. It's really the icing, the white part on top and at the bottom is really off-putting to me. Okay, I'm gonna go start my day. My first meeting of the day is daily stand-up. Outros are hard, so can we skip it this time? Nobody watches the entire videos anyways. Or do you?